I'm Rose Ann and this is 60 Radical Seconds. When we get to ooh it. There are plenty of musicians and artists out there who sing and play an instrument at the same time. Very common is the singer-songwriter or the instrumentalist who also does background vocals when they're performing. And then of course, multi-instrumentalists who seem to be able to do everything. There are some unique challenges to when you sing and play at the same time. So I thought today, let's look at those challenges and dive right in. The most important thing when you're singing and playing at the same time is to make sure you're achieving a really good balance between your voice and your instrument. What's really helped me is to think in percentages. What percent of my performance power am I going to dedicate to my vocal and what percent goes to my playing? For a lot of songs, especially if you're a singer-songwriter and you want to tell that story, you've got to make the vocal in the forefront. You don't want to drown it out with the accompaniment. You want to keep it simple. I see the crystal raindrops fall and the beauty of it all. Then there are the situations where you are an instrumentalist, but you do sing background vocals. So make sure your playing is really on point and then add your background vocals so that it really sits tight with the other vocalists. Then there are the moments where your singing and playing are very parallel, which means they're playing together. Some of these situations are simple. Sometimes in our lives. And some a little more complex. You might have to practice the vocal and the instrumental part separately and then eventually bring them together. One thing is very important to keep in mind, and that is your dynamics. If you're playing acoustically, make sure that the volume of your voice in relation to your instrument, whether it's guitar or piano, make sure that they're in balance. Make sure you're not strumming your guitar so hard that we can't hear the vocal anymore. If you're playing and everything is mic'd up, do a quick sound check to make sure all the levels are right. That way you're going to get the best out of this performance. When you're singing and playing together and everything is in balance and working, you feel like a one-man band or a one-woman band.